Hello everyone, and welcome to the next installment in basic Xiangqi mid-game tactics. This example was from chapter 2, the first section of chapter 2. It was the fourth example. The book is available as a free ebook on the World Xiangqi Federation website, where the link has been given below in the comment section. So without further ado, we shall analyze this position. It will be red's turn to move, and as can be seen, the black chariot has the red cannon and chariot pinned to this file. If it were black's turn to move, one of black's options would be to play r4 plus 6 to capture or gain material. The black pawn has also crossed the river, but red could capture the black pawn, and this would not be a threat, major threat at the moment. There was also a cannon on the bot corner, and as for the black central file, the central pawn was protected by the horse, which was in turn protected by the chariot. So in terms of material wise, red would have 2 chariots, 2 cannons, and 1 horse, and black would have similar material with 2 chariots, 2 horses, and 1 cannon, and both would have a full guard available. Black would have the slight pawn advantage. So at this point in time, how can red turn any disadvantage that he might have or any advantage that he would have and increase it to a winning position? So in this situation, red would make use of the theme of capturing material with discovered checks, as would be the theme of this chapter. So the first move would be c8 equals to 1, whereby red would deliberately sacrifice his chariot. Now, by doing so, this would be a discovered attack, whereby the cannon would now threaten to capture black's cannon, and red would be able to organize an attack on black's left flank. So, black cannot play r2 equals to 5 to capture the central cannon, because although this would be a trade of black chariot for 2 of red pieces, 2 of the red cannons, the black cannon would now be placed at a very undesirable position. Now, to prevent the cannon from moving away, red would play r2 minus 5, forcing the black cannon to the bot corner, and he would play r8 plus 1 to link the chariots up. Now, by linking the chariots, red would now be prepared to play r2 minus 1 to capture the black cannon. So black would try to attack with h7 plus 6, and black at this point in time would try to play p7 plus 1. The main idea behind playing this move would be that if the red chariot captured the cannon at this point, black could play p7 equals to 8 and try to gain back a little bit of lost material. So moving the black horse, h7 plus 6 and p7 plus 1 was to try to gain back some lost material so that black could have a chance of turning the tables. Unfortunately, red would make an intermediate move with r8 plus 2 to prevent p7 equals to 8 from happening. The black cannon would still be lost. It might be used to trade for one of the red elephants, but generally speaking, red would have the material advantage at this point in time, and red can be very satisfied with this option. So that is why, after red chose to sacrifice his chariot, black must accept it, because r2 equals to 5 would not be a viable option. And since the chariot was sacrificed, red would continue with a check, capturing the black cannon at the bot corner, now delivering a check. Now, since the red cannon was delivering a check, a6 plus 5 would usually be played. Black cannot play k5 plus 1 because this red will continue with a check, forcing the black king to the cannon rank, and play c1 minus 2 to deliver a check and capture the black chariot. If the horse moved away, r2 plus 1, and red would not only have gained back lost material, he would now actually be one piece up, and the black king would be in a perilous position. So red would have increased his advantage in this situation. Now, at this point in time, the red chariot would also threaten to harass the black horse, whereby this horse, red's horse, would also be able to get into action. So red would have a significant advantage, and I ran this position through my computer, and red would have an advantage of about 780 points. So that is why k5 plus 1 cannot be played. So h6 plus 5 must be played, and as can be seen with a cannon and a chariot in this position, red would use the discovered check method to gain material. Check. And black would try to defend with h7 minus 6. A5 minus 6 would be also futile, even though black would try to capture the red chariot, and the horse would now block or prevent the red chariot from retreating r2 minus 2 to gain material. But in this situation, if black retreated his advisor, red could make an intermediate move with r2 equals to 3, threatening to capture the horse and the chariot at the same time. Red would still gain back material that he had lost and be able to extend his advantage into a more significant one. So in the book, h7 minus 6 was given, and at this point in time, because the horse had moved, the central pawn was now unprotected, and red would have the extra option of attacking from the central file. So r4 equals to 5 would threaten to capture the red cannon. Now at this point in time, instead of moving the cannon to safety, it would be advised for red to play r2 minus 2. Now what would happen if red chose to retreat its cannon? Black would play r2 minus 3 to threaten to capture the cannon and thus dislodge it from the central file. So black would have a chance back into the game. So red would be in trouble instead. So that is why c5 minus 2 it was not a good idea, and red would have to keep attacking with r2 minus 2. And once r2 minus 2 was played, this would be a discovered check. The only legal move for black would be r7 plus 6 or r6 plus 7 or h6 plus 7 or h6 plus 8. Now at this point, h6 plus 8 would not be a viable option because if this were played, red would counter with c5 equals to 3 to threaten with the double cannons checkmate, and black would be forced to sacrifice his chariot to prevent or resolve this checkmate threat. He cannot play k5 equals to 6, check, mate. So if this were played, red would have gained back lost material, and as can be seen, red would have an extra piece and also still be attacking black's left flank. So that is why h6 plus 8 would not be a viable option, and h6 plus 7 would have to be played. But if h6 plus 7 were played, red would simply capture the horse. The chariot cannot capture the red chariot, or the central cannon would be delivering a check. So that is why red can only capture the red cannon, but in doing so, uh, the black chariot, sorry, would not be protected anymore. Uh, when it was at this position, the two elephants were protecting the black chariot. And as can be seen, because the black chariot had moved to this position, red could use his cannon and chariot again for a discovered check to gain more material. And as can be seen at this point in time, the red horse would now have an open line just to attack, and it would be a flank attack, while the black pawn would still not be a would be a non-factor at this point in time. The black horse would still need a lot of development, and generally speaking, red would have a significant advantage to the extent of a winning position. So a short review. In this position, although black was threatening the red cannon and red chariot in the same file, red's c8 equals to 1 as a sacrificing his chariot as a pseudo sacrifice will be the key to opening up black's defense. And from there onwards, check, 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 and this would force the black chariot to capture the red cannon, and material would be won. So I hope you have enjoyed this short video, which I personally think is quite a good example of using the discovered checks to capture material. So I hope you have liked this video, and if you like the work that I have been doing, please subscribe to my channel. See you soon and have a nice weekend ahead.